So you became a coach to work with people, to listen deeply, to create transformation, make a real difference. But now you're worried AI is going to make your skills obsolete. You're wondering if clients are still going to pay you for what you do. No need to worry. It only takes a few key shifts for us to stay relevant, to stand out, and to actually position ourselves to make us the best possible choice for our clients. Okay, I've got 5 things that I want to share with you. But before I dive into them, I want to frame this up a certain way. Number one, I want to share this from me to you, coach, to remind you what value you will always have as a coach. And secondly, I want to take these 5 things and I want to encourage you to use them to communicate to the market your value and even actually elevate your positioning in the market. I think that you need to take a strong stance around this. I don't want you to dilute your positioning and hand over your agency and your power as a coach to AI. It should be a tool to help, but it should not dilute you. It should be something that amplifies you and what you do if you want. Okay, so on those 2 fronts, let's dive in. Number one, go deeper, not faster. Our work as coaches, we're in it to do deeper work, not just get the quick fix, not just help clients boom, snap of a finger, get the thing done, right? And so I want to remind you that that's why you're still always going to be valuable, but I also want you to remind your clients that that's why you're going to be valuable, all right? AI can do speed, coaches do depth. Clients don't need really more information per se. They need help making meaning from it. And that's what you do when you take them through that coaching process. Everyone wants a faster solution. Everyone wants the quick fix. It's why people will use AI as a coach. They will ask it questions about their life, big decisions. I'll be honest, I've done that as well. And we do that because we want a little bit of a different perspective. And I have to admit, AI has given me a lot of interesting things to look at, partially because I'm a words of affirmation guy. If you're familiar with Gary Chapman's book, The 5 Love Languages, words of affirmation is one of those big things for me. I process the world a lot through words. It's why I do what I do as a marketer. It's why I've been a writer and an author and a copywriter. But other people aren't wired that way, right? Other people aren't wired this way. So AI is great for people like me to a certain extent, and it helps me get outputs. It helps me see things differently, and it frames it in a way that is naturally inclined to what I like, which is to word things in a way that I never would. I'm like, oh, that's just like, whoa, that's really deep. But for other people, it won't do that. It'll just confuse them even more. I just want to remind you that's why you're amazing. All right. Okay. Number two, holding space, not just offering answers, holding space and not just offering answers. Yes, AI can give answers, but only you can hold space for another person's emotions, their fears, their breakthroughs, their celebrations. AI is not an animate object. Now, I have my cute little dog, Fuji. She's wonderful. She's over there. She's camera shy today. Sometimes I feel like she holds space for me. Maybe you felt that with a pet, right? I'm just like, oh, this is so wonderful. But I can't talk to her. She doesn't understand the depth of my problems, especially the way that I need to process things. I need to talk to a friend. Sometimes I need to talk to a bunch of friends. Sometimes I need to talk to my coaches or mentors. I need to get it out of me, and I need to do it conversationally. When someone goes through something really difficult, they lose a loved one, there's a great tragedy. What do we say? Nothing. Sometimes we say nothing. Sometimes the best thing to do is do nothing except just be there. I had a coach years ago. Her name's Susie Miller. She was absolutely amazing. And I'll never forget something she told me. She said, your presence is meaningful to people. When you coach and guide others, your presence is meaningful to people. And I want to remind you of that as well as a coach, okay? Your presence is meaningful to your clients. You can hold space. This app, ChatGPT, AI, whatever it is, on their phone or device, it's not the same thing. You are there with them. You're holding those emotions. You're giving them time to kind of regulate. We've all been in those situations with clients, friends, even ourselves. The value of having someone there who can hold space is something that is not going to be taken away from you. Okay, number 3, I want to remind you that you are someone who helps clients think differently. You teach clients how to think, not just what to do. The real value of coaching is in helping people shift the way they make decisions, their mental models, not just giving step by step tactics. We don't need just all of this information that's regurgitated. Helping people reframe their challenges, their opportunities, their setbacks, and even their wins is something that I think a lot of us as coaches take for granted. It's part of our magic. It's very difficult for people to read the inside of the bottle when you're on the inside, right? You just don't see it. How many times have you said that to somebody or experienced that yourself? People are giving you different perspectives. A lot of times we have to be around other people's energy and their presence in order to think differently. We see this psychologically everywhere with human beings. We all know we should eat better, exercise, and get more sleep. Do we do it? No. Some of us do, but to do it, most of us need other people around us to encourage us. That's why we join running clubs or we go to the gym with friends or we play sports with other people. Most human beings, if you just really study it, really look at it, we need others. Personally, it's one of the reasons that I love being in mastermind groups and learning in groups like that. Not only do I get the information, I get the impartation of energy, of wisdom, of just that vibe where I'm meeting someone in a room. They're like, yeah, I can do this. I'm fully confident. I could read that on a page. Yeah, I can do this. I'm really confident. It's very different when I'm feeling their conviction, when I'm feeling their belief. So it's not just teaching clients how to think, it's helping them feel that that is possible. That's something that AI can't do, but you can. All right. Number 4, a little bit different, but leading with surprises and with storytelling. Have you ever been in a conversation either with a client or whether you were the client, you were with a coach, and they pulled up some sort of anecdote from their experience, from their field of wisdom, and it just really resonated with you? That's what I'm talking about here. AI can't do that. AI is kind of predictable. It's programmed in that sense, but humans aren't. So anytime you pull out a story from your past or an unexpected insight or, oh yeah, this has happened before, I've seen someone go through this, those things that you share become memorable. They become magnetic. They become tracks that people can run along. They kind of borrow other people's beliefs by leaning into their stories. That's why testimonials are such a big part of marketing. It's why testimonies are such a big part of groups, whether they're in sales or religion or politics, the transformation. We want to know other people have gone through it. Those stories that are kind of surprising, that delight you, that kind of in a good way. They're like, whoa, I never thought that that was possible. That's something that only you can do. What is someone going to do? Like, let's be really honest. What are one of your clients going to do? They're struggling with self-awareness and self-reflection anywhere. Are they going to type in, give me 10 stories that will surprise me that this is possible? Do you think that's really going to have the same effect as when they're sitting with you and they're interacting with you and they're in your energy and you're in theirs? It's completely different, right? So lean in a little bit more into surprising clients and using these stories. Have a good bank of them drawn up so that you can pull from them at any time. Chances are, if you're an experienced coach, you've seen a lot of different things in your life. You've got a lot to draw from. Use it, leverage it. Okay, number 5, and this is the least important out of this list, but I do also think it's really important. Let's talk about how to use AI. Use AI to show up more fully, to show up and be prepared. I've met so many coaches that have told me on the side, man, I really don't prep for coaching client calls. I'm just one after the other. And I'm like, is that really how you do things? That can't be the right thing to do, right? How many times have, well, you don't have to tell me, but how many times have you maybe jumped on a call and you're like, I don't remember the last thing that we talked about? There's a lot of coaches like that out there. Well, AI can make the note taking and all that busy work much, much easier so that you can be present, so that you can be creative, so that you can be more powerful in the way that you are delivering results and helping your clients come to these realizations. So just the tedium of what that used to be like. Remember when we used to have to pay for transcripts, like using rev.com? I just use this app called The Script. I bring my coaching calls in there and I have it all cleaned up and it's easy to look at because, again, I'm a words guy. So I like to read a lot of the transcripts after calls or whatever I'm doing, summarize the action items and stuff, and push that out to the client. So AI can be useful. That's what I meant by earlier saying that it's a tool. It should be something that comes alongside you. Do not give away your agency and your power to this tool. If you got a chance to sit down with Steven Spielberg or Christopher Nolan, or choose your favorite movie director or author or TV showrunner, whatever, writer, would you want someone like Steven Spielberg or Christopher Nolan to show you how to use the camera and change the dials and this lens or that lens and really talk about the technical aspects of this tool and this is what's going to really help you? Or would you like people like that to talk about how they see the world, how they think about storytelling, why they made certain decisions in framing characters and the narrative arc a certain way? I don't know about you, but I'd rather have, if I had dinner with Steven Spielberg or Christopher Nolan, somebody like that, I'd want to know about their creative process. How do they see things, not the technical aspects of it? And this is why I think there's a very fine line. I'm going to talk more about this in future videos. I think there's a very fine line where people are jumping on this AI bandwagon and they are unknowingly giving away a lot of their positioning, and they are giving up that which makes them unique and what their superpower is because they're overly talking about AI. So if you're listening here and you resonate at all with any of what I'm saying, I would actually talk less about AI. I mean, share some of these points if they resonated with you, with your clients or prospective clients, as to why coaching is still going to be amazingly valuable and why there are certain things that it will never replace. But I also want to caution you to not overly talk about it and give away all of that. AI can do great things for our coaching sessions and so on and so forth. It's not a good idea. Be mindful of that. Keep this in mind. And I hope these 5 observations, thoughts, help you in some way. If they did, I would super appreciate it if you would like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. If you're listening on the podcast, thanks for staying subscribed and listening over there. And again, I can't wait to unpack more of this with you in the weeks to come. I think we're in a really unique and interesting season right now in how all of this is unfolding. So stay subscribed, stay tuned. I'll be unpacking a lot more of this in the weeks to come. See ya.